Okay, in this video, we're going to make it go. So in the first video, we created the user interface. In the second video, we opened the speaker and the mic. And at this point, we're just going to activate them, make them go. And so in this program, I'm going to keep track of a variable that I'm just going to say is going. So private Boolean is going. And when it's going, it'll be in an infinite loop, just reading from the mic and writing to the speaker. And then as soon as is going becomes false, it's going to exit that loop until we set it to true again. So is going is going to start out as false because it's not going in the beginning. The action performed, this is going to get executed whenever they hit the button. So we're just going to say is going equals not is going. Because the idea is when they hit the button, if it's not going, it's going to start going. And once it's, if it is going, it's going to stop it. Now, we need to somehow enter that loop. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say if is going new thread this dot start. So in the last animation we did a thread dot start thing, and we're doing another one here. Last time we did it in the constructor because we just started things going at the very beginning of the program and it just kept on going forever. This time I want a button that controls whether it's going or not. So we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to put that thread start inside of the action performed. And every time they click the button, if it was not already going, well, it will be now. And then and then it'll start the thread. So I have to import thread. Oh. No, it's just saying that the thing that when you create a thread, it needs to be created from something that is runnable. So it says, can you hear me now implement runnable? Okay, we'll let it do that. And so what Eclipse has done is it's added runnable to the list of interfaces that we're implementing. So we're implementing the action listener for our button, and we're implementing runnable so we can have a thread with a run loop that's just continually going. As soon as we implement runnable, we have to add the unimplemented methods. And so that's going to bring us down somewhere over to here where we run. And the run method. So the idea here is as long as we're going, we keep going through the loop over and over and over and over again. So how does that work? We're going to say while is going, and I'll put a comment here, read from the mic, write to the speaker. So when we first start running, we're going to need to do a little setup. And I just want to put some print statements so I can run this and see exactly what's going on. So I'm going to say sysout. I'm just going to say init. Some init. Some initialization. And then sysout. Going, and then when we're done, we're sysout cleanup. And so if I run this, we'll now be able to see oh, there are some errors in the workspace. Where are they? I've got an error right there, so I'm going to drag my scroll bar to that. Oh, this is that error at the end of the last video. So essentially, somehow I got a copy of this mic info line of code down here. I don't know exactly when or how I did that. I guess I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. But what it's now saying is that this format variable, it doesn't know what that is. That's because format is created, it's declared within these squiggly brackets. It lives and dies within them, and outside of here it doesn't exist. Well, that's fine. I just don't need that line of code, and that'll get rid of that error. So now I've got my user interface. If I click on, it's going. If I click off, it stops. Now if I scroll all the way up, oh, it went by so fast, it was going so fast that I can't see my initialization. Let's try it again, and I'll do it real quick. Can I find where it did the initialization? All right, what if I right click here and I say clear? All right, let's try it again. Nope, it goes so fast, the initialization scrolls by so fast that I can't back up and see it. But you can trust me. It printed out some initialization, then it printed this going a bunch of times, and then it printed some cleanup stuff. So, all right, so what is the stuff I need to do at the beginning? Well, what I need to do is I need to tell the speaker and the mic to start. So I'm going to say speaker dot start and mic dot start. What are the cleanup that I need to do? I want to drain the speaker. The idea is that when I send data out to the speaker, that data goes out and it's sitting there waiting to come out of the speaker for a little while. And I just want to make sure that all the stuff that I've sent gets out of it before I tell it to stop. So then I'll say speaker.stop and mic.stop. Okay? Now, while it's going, this is the tricky bit. Mic.read, and I want to read into the buffer, and I want to say offset is just going to be 0. So we don't worry about that too much, but then how much to read? Chunk size. Essentially, we've got that buffer, which is an array of bytes. It's going to fill that array of bytes up with all the data from the microphone. It's going to start filling it at some index, and it's going to fill it with a certain amount of data. And we're just using chunk size for everything. And then we're just going to say speaker.write, and we're going to write that same buffer with the same offset and the same chunk size. And with a little luck, and let me check my microphone and speaker settings. So this is very important. I'm going to go to my mixer, and this will be interesting because I'm doing a screen recorder. I don't know how this is going to work with the screen recording. My speakers aren't turned up too loud. I don't even see where it allows me to set my microphone sound. We'll see what happens. Hope we don't get a high-pitched squeal. You'll want to be careful about your microphone and speaker settings, and if your microphone isn't turned on, you may want to go into your mixer and figure out how to turn it on. So if I run this, get ready to turn it off again. Is it recording? Oh, look, I can hear an echo. And you know what? That really doesn't sound very staticky. That's pretty cool. All right, so if I click off, all right, so the echo is off, and I don't have anything coming out of my speaker. In the next video, we're going to try and filter or modify the data.